Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Jeans Life's Year 1 students, I'm sure you're now studying for your examinations in full force. Okay, so it will not take much of your time. What you have to do is to look through this presentation, and at the end of the presentation, you're supposed to do a small assignment and email to us. Okay, this is from continuation of a module on young Muslims, which is in the beginning. Okay, so any human being, okay, be it Muslim or non-Muslim, anybody, we will be asking this question: why do you exist? Ask yourself this question: why do you exist? Okay, especially when things are not going too well in our lives, we'll tend to ask this question much more often than when things are going very well in life. Okay, now, how did the Earth and universe came into existence? This is another question we will ask. What are we doing here on Earth, and how did this whole universe and the Earth came into existence? Okay, uh, human beings tend to have asked this question all this while. Okay, and they either tend to divide it into two groups based on their belief. One group believes in current times, creation by chance. Everything came into existence on its own. These are the atheists, and they believe that there is no creator. Everything came in by chance. Like for example, the uh, group of cells got together and they formed fish in water. And some of the fish wanted to come and live in land and go back to water. They became amphibians, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, and of course, we human beings come from monkey, right? That's one of the things that they propagate. Those who propose creation by chance. You must have learned this about this in school, so I will not elaborate much. Then, of course, you have got creation by design. Okay, creation by design is those group of people who believe that there must be a power beyond them which created everything and themselves. Okay, these are the people who subscribe to some kind of religion. Okay, of course, there's so many different kinds of religion, and Islam is one of them. And we already talked about how to go about selecting a religion that tells you the truth in the module called God shopping. Now, according to Islam, just a revision, small revision for you. Adam alayhi salam was the first man to be created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the angels, one of the creation, he said, I'm going to create this special creation called man, and I'm going to make him a representative on earth. And of course the angels were saying, are you going to create somebody who's going to do some mischief and shed blood and do all kinds of things that was happening around now? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yeah, I know what you don't know. And so he created Adam alayhi salam. This is given in Quran 230. Okay, Surah 2, Ayat 30, Surah Al-Baqarah. You will find the whole continuation in this surah and many other surahs. If you turn to your page on your workbook, page 8 and 9, you'll get the whole story on where all these ayahs are. Please do take your time to look through these two pages. Okay. And of course, after he created, and he told the angels, the malaikat, bow down to Adam alayhi salam, and they all bow down, except for, of course, Iblis, right? Or as we commonly call him, Mr. Shaitan at the moment, right? So he refused to bow down, and he said, because Iblis is actually not an angel, as sometimes you tend to get confused, and you may get confused in the near future also when you grow up and all. So remember, Iblis is not angel, he is a jinn, and he was made a leader, or rather an ustad for the angels. Okay, So he was put in very high position, but because he refused to bow down, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got angry with him and banished him. Okay, or rather sent him away from his high position. So he got angry and he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, can you please then in that case then give me, do not destroy me until the day of judgment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted his wish. And once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted his wish, he became even more arrogant. He said that he is going to mislead Adam alayhi salam and all his children, okay, of course, which includes us, okay, you and me, yours truly, and everybody else on earth now, and those who lived before and those going to come after. So Shaitan has vowed to do that, and he has vowed to do that sitting in front, at the back, etc., and on the sides, and he will try to mislead us. And first of all, before once he vowed that he's going to mislead, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put Adam alayhi salam in paradise, and later and warned Adam alayhi salam not to eat from a particular tree, the fruits of a particular tree. Okay, so and he also created Hawa alayhi salam to be a companion for Adam alayhi salam, okay, his wife, and they were dwelling happily ever after over there, and Shaitan was always trying to find some way in which to make Adam alayhi salam disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is of course to try and get Adam alayhi salam to eat the fruit. And one day he succeeded, okay, and when he succeeded, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got angry with, of course, Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam, and told them to go down to earth, alright, and the earth will be your dwelling place for a short time. Okay, that means you stay here for a short time, and then depends, it's like going to be a test for you, and you do good, and then you will be brought up to heaven. When you pass away in Qiyamah, you will either go to heaven or hell. Okay, so that's how we all landed on earth. Now when we landed on earth, if only we landed on earth, things would be very, very easy for us. Unfortunately, Mr. Shaitan also landed together with us, and he is always with us. Okay, so now in order for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put us on earth, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a purpose for us, and he wants us to follow a certain lifestyle, and in order to follow the lifestyle, of course, we have to be guided. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also promised at that particular time that you will receive guidance from me. Now we are not going to get guidance in SMS or email or what. In the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he will receive guidance in the form of prophets and books, okay, which he has fulfilled. Every nation has been sent a prophet, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent books to the four books over the time, and the last book, the Quran, is the one that is in existence at the moment. Okay, and there'll be no more prophets, of course. Rasulullah left us 1400 years ago, and after that there's no more prophet. So this is in Quran 2, Surah 2, ayat 38. Now, so we are here on earth, okay, we can just simply summarize it in 5 forms. We don't have to think too much, just in 5 points itself. Number 1, we are going to be here for a short while. Short while meaning not more than 100, 150, maybe 200 years. We don't know anybody who's living 200 years now. Okay, and this is short compared to the cosmic time which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about in Akhirah, which is actually one day in Akhirah will be close to about 50,000 years. That's a lot of time. Okay, it's a lot of time for one day, right? So compared to that, this is a very short time. It's just a dot. And Shaitan is also on earth to misguide us. Okay, um, he's here with me, with you, with everybody, and he is working day and night to see to it that we do not follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Later you'll see some videos on the website, just to show you, just to personify you, just to show you in person dramatization of how shaitan misleads. Now the problem here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that shaitan is an open enemy. Okay, unfortunately he is not visible, we cannot see him. Okay, there is no special spectacles which you can purchase from the optical store or anywhere else that can help you to see him. If we can see him, we know how he looks like, and we will definitely know that we should not take his advice. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Okay, and he works and he whispers not into your ears but into your heart. Okay, that's how he does that. And when he whispers into your heart, the problem is sometimes you don't know that actually the shaitan who's whispering into your heart. You tend to mix your thoughts with what shaitan is whispering into your heart. That makes it even more difficult. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it's difficult, we just don't bother. Okay, so we have to be aware, and of course that is more difficult. And the thing is that although shaitan whispers into your ears, he does not make you do the thing. Okay, he only suggests. And on the day of judgment, when you are brought before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala question why you did this, you'll say, that's the guy who made me do this. And shaitan will say, oh, not me. Okay, I am not the one I just merely suggested. He is the one who took it up. Okay, so in order to avoid tell you what is right and what is wrong, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of course sent us the guidance. The Quran tells us what to do, what not to do. Rasulullah has told us what to do, what not to do. So even if your heart is telling you to when you will know the shaitan is influencing you when your heart is telling you to do something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told not to do. Okay, that's very clear evidence that shaitan is trying to influence you. Okay, so you have to avoid that. Okay, so at the end of the day, it is our choice to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or to follow shaitan. Okay, it's not shaitan will make you do, it is your choice. Okay, you see what is coming in your heart, and you see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked you to do or not to do, and you see whether it matches. If it does not match, then of course shaitan is trying to influence you, and you make the choice of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah has asked you to do. Okay, so what is your reward for it? Depending on who you obey, which is because you made the choice. Okay, your life will be forever in paradise or in hellfire. Okay, so there you can, in paradise, you can relax. Okay, forever, whatever you want will be given to you. All right, and you have all the time. You can spend a day about 50,000 years in good life, enjoying yourself. Whereas if you are doomed for hell, that same 50,000 years for one day will be a long time for you to suffer. Okay, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and give us paradise or in the hereafter. Okay, so what have you got to do? Alright, your assignment. Your assignment is this. Now, the thing about stories, rather the historical stories like this, is that we human beings tend to be disattached, or we don't attach ourselves to these stories to daily life. For example, you will think that, oh, Shaitan, Adam Islam and Eve is that story. Just like a movie story, it belongs to that, they are the characters in that, and Shaitan is not a part of a character in your life. Okay, that's not possible. Okay, Shaitan is part and parcel of your life. Okay, so you have to become aware of it. So the thing to be aware of Shaitan and influences is you have to train yourself, just like you train for your examination, your CCA, etc. Okay, so what we're going to do is write about 3 instances in which Shaitan tried to misguide you in your daily activities. Okay, what we want you to do is to write about 3 instances in which Shaitan misguide you in your daily activities. For example, he may dissuade you from praying, doing your daily prayers, or he may make you disobey your parents. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, obey your parents. Shaitan says, disobey your parents. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, pray 5 times a day. Shaitan says, no need to pray, let's delay. Okay, so like this, we want you to pick 3 instances. The more special, the more down to earth, real incidents. Okay, please don't talk about pray and this thing, the usual stuff. Try to think and write how he tried to misguide you and how did you avoid being misguided. Those incidents, 3 incidents, and after that mail to us, and also take the time to read page 8 and 9 in your workbook. Okay, so that's about it. We have today. All the best for examination. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.